Hey, how you doing? This is Gary. Everyone knows me as Solar G, and I just want to take a few minutes to go over your program so you can watch this as much as you like with all of your friends and family. A few highlights of our program for what we call the lease is there's no money down, there's no liens, there's no debt. You're able to sell your unused power. There's an estimated equity increase. There's a 20-year warranty, and it's very easy to sell your home and transfer the system to the next buyer. So with that being said, let's go over your lease. So everything starts with the numbers, and right now you're averaging about 23 to 24 cents per kilowatt hour. And the thing about it is your new rates are going to be up as high as 48 cents. So what we're going to offer you right now is, this is all confidential information, but we're going to offer you a system that's going to allow you to pay about 16 cents for your power. You're using about 20,000 kilowatt hours per year. So I would much rather you pay 16 cents for that 20,000 that you use. I would much rather you pay 16 cents rather than paying 48 cents. So the question I get is how do we make this work? Okay, so what happens is that power today is very expensive. It comes from out of state, from California, comes from Nevada, also comes from Vegas. I'm sorry, Nevada and also Arizona. The power is created in power plants. It goes through power lines, okay, and then it's delivered to your home. The transportation cost is very expensive for this power, and you pay that as a consumer. So your utility company buys this power at a low price per kilowatt and sells it to you at a much higher price per kilowatt. So this is what we like to do. We like to get rid of this antiquated system, turn your house into a power source. Now, last I checked, the sun is free. You're getting your power at a low price, and now you're able to sell it to the utility company at a higher price through what's called the net metering program. Okay. So through the net metering program, what happens is you're going to pay for production, and any power that you do not use, your utility company is going to buy it from you. So let me say that one more time. So through the net metering program, the way that it works is you're going to pay for production, and any power that you do not use, your utility company is going to buy it from you. Let's look in terms of numbers how this works. If I was to build your system to handle 500 kilowatts per month and you only use 400 kilowatts for the first month, that gives us 100 kilowatt hours. That's going to go over to month number 2. Month number 2, let's say you only use 300. Then that gives us another 200 kilowatt hours that we're going to transfer, over to month number 3. So if we transferred a cumulative total of 300 kilowatt hours for month number 3, let's say you was to actually go over your capacity by 100 because it's hot and you kind of run your AC. Hey, it's okay because we started with 300 kilowatt hours. Now you went over only by 100, so it still gives us a positive 200 kilowatt hours that's going to transfer over to month number 4. This is going to continue to happen throughout the end of the year, and every October your utility company will buy the power that you do not use, and that's called the net metering program. Okay, the battery works really well. What the battery does is going to supply you with emergency power in case of blackouts. In this case, what I want to do is I want to do the system first, and I want to add the battery later, and we'll talk a little bit about why and how that's going to be advantageous for you when I meet you. Okay, so homes with solar actually sell for 4 to 6% more than homes without. So there was a lot of research that was done by Zillow, and Zillow came up with this synopsis. Let's look at some numbers behind that as well. Okay, so right now, if your home is worth, about $1 million, as we spoke, what happens is, if you were to sell it without these panels, then you would sell it for the market value, which is about 1.1 million. Okay, now if we add if we add the panels right there, let's just say at a 5% clip, like we've already added about 50,000 in value. So now instead of selling the property at 1 million, now you're selling it at 50,000 more. So with that being said, it's advantageous for you not only to save in the short term, but also to create value for your home in the long term as well. And this program allows you to do that without any money down, no liens, and no debt. A question that you have for me was, how do we make our money? And we're very transparent. There's no, we don't like override any install fees or anything like that. You don't have to pay. So right now, your utility company goes up about 15% per year. We're capped. We only go up 2.9% per year, and it's capped. And that's the utility rate, and that's exactly how we make our money. So there's no other charges. There's nothing that we'll bill you for, other than the 2.9% that we, that's exactly how we make our money. Okay, and looking at your bill, this is where we receive your usage from. And then as you can see, you're paying about 23 cents per kilowatt hour. We're looking at an average bill right now. Just on the electrical side, it's between 1,000 to 1,300, and obviously we're going to save you about 50% on that. Okay, now your system size is going to be 53 panels. That's going to provide you with about 20,600 kilowatt hours of power. Your estimated annual usage right now is 18,000 or almost 19,000. So we've actually given you extra capacity. So if you don't use that extra, you'll be able to sell that back to your utility company, right? Your system size is going to be 16.96 system size. And this is the most exciting part, the savings. So year one, we estimate with this additional capacity, your average monthly bill will be about $300. And what you're paying your current utility, when we just divide that 1,300 on your bill by 2, you're paying on average about $650. So just right there, we've saved you about 50% just in the first year. And as you can see, your current utility is going to continue to go up. We only go up, between $6 to $9 per year. It's very small. That's our utility. That's where we make our money. And as you can see, you continue to save about 50% for the duration. And one thing I like to point out is it'll take you 20 years to be up for your lease price to be up to like $500 per month. And in 20 years, you're still not paying as much as what you're paying LADWP right now. Okay, another question that you asked me, is it easy to transfer the system, like in case you sell your home? The answer is yes. You can transfer the homeowner, you can transfer the agreement to the new homeowner regardless of credit rating, and you can also relocate the system under certain circumstances. So those are things that we'll discuss more, but the highlight of it is the new buyer doesn't even have to qualify in order to take over your system. And then finally, the whole process is very easy peasy. There's nothing you have to do. I take care of everything. There's no install fees. There's nothing like that. From the time we sign the agreement, I'll send my site survey tech out. He's going to check out your roof. He's going to check out your electrical. That'll take him about a week to get out there. Then from there, we submit permits to the city. That's another 1 to 2 weeks. City signs off on the permits. And then I install crews that get there generally about 07, and they're done between 11 to 1:30. And then finally, your utility company actually comes out and inspects everything. So what you can, feel very comfortable with is that every entity that's involved is making sure that this has been installed adequate, and that all T's have been crossed and all I's have been dotted. You're protected by the warranty. If anything happens with any of the panels or the inverters, all you have to do is call our company, and we take care of it for the duration of the agreement. With that being said, I look forward to seeing you today, and look forward to doing business with you. Please feel free to forward this to your friends and family. They can see it as much as they like, and please give me a call whenever you get a chance. Anybody that's watching this, my number is 951-207-9456. Everyone knows me as Solar G. Thank you so much, and have a great day.